Leo the lion and Geoffrey the giraffe were two unusual neighbors who lived in the center of the African savanna, where the tall grass waved gently in the air and the distant roar of lions echoed through the enormous terrain. With his magnificent golden mane and powerful growl that chilled everyone within earshot, Leo was an imposing lion. With pride, he patrolled his domain, hunting with grace and making sure that no outsider dared to question his authority. Geoffrey, on the other hand, was a towering giraffe with a long neck and gentle eyes. He spent his days peacefully grazing on the leaves of acacia trees, enjoying the endless blue skies and the warmth of the sun. Leo and Geoffrey had a mutual mistrust for one another in spite of their disagreements. Because of Geoffrey's height, Leo feared that the giraffe would be better able to detect danger from a distance and pose a threat to his domain. In a similar vein, Geoffrey saw Leo as a dangerous predator who was constantly watching for a chance to strike. Their tension reached a breaking point one day when Leo's pride ventured too close to Geoffrey's feeding grounds. Sensing a threat to his family, Leo let out a deafening roar, causing the giraffe to panic and flee, trampling over some of Leo's cubs in the process. Enraged and heartbroken, Leo vowed revenge against Geoffrey and his kind. He planned to launch a retaliatory attack, convinced that the giraffe had deliberately endangered his family. But destiny had different ideas. Just as Leo was getting ready to lead his pride on the hunt, the savanna was suddenly hit by a drought that transformed formerly lush grasslands into desolate wasteland. As prey grew rare and water sources dried up, Leo and Geoffrey found it difficult to survive. Leo and Geoffrey were fighting for the same limited resources out of desperation. Yet an unanticipated act of generosity turned everything around rather than turning to violence. One evening, as Leo's pride searched for water, they stumbled upon Geoffrey, who was struggling to reach a patch of vegetation that had miraculously survived the drought. Despite their initial hostility, Leo's lioness, Luna, approached Geoffrey with a gesture of goodwill, offering to share the precious resource. Touched by this unexpected display of kindness, Geoffrey accepted the lioness's offer, realizing that cooperation was the key to survival in the harsh wilderness. From that day on, Leo and Geoffrey put aside their differences and forged an unlikely friendship. They worked together to ensure the survival of their families, sharing food and water during the lean times and protecting each other from outside threats. Leo and Geoffrey's families prospered side by side as the drought eventually ended, and the savanna bloomed once more. Their friendship was a bright example of peace in the wild. Thus, amid the great space of the African savanna, where giraffes strolled gracefully and lions roared, an act of compassion united two unlikely neighbors and made them lifelong companions. This is the end of today's story. What did you learn from today's story? There are 4 morals you could take with you today. 1. The power of kindness and generosity. 2. Cooperation overcomes conflict. 3. Adaptability in the face of change. 4. The value of forgiveness. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.